Good evening everyone, welcome back to Tom Plays Europa Universalis 4 for absolute beginners. We are back with Great Britain and we have a lot of recovering to do, but we also have a revolution in Kazan to worry about. So, first things first, I think we've got a serious issue developing in Brazil. Okay, well that's good news. So we should get our ships over to where our armies are so we can go and help. And we also might want to move these armies because they're taking damage. Split this army up. And in fact, no, not you. Move them into place. So we're ready to take them down to help British Brazil. Can make states. Don't think I really want to down there, but I might do anyway, simply because we're unlikely to be able to do much about them for a while. Oh, brilliant! Friesland is taking on Portugal. Well, that's good. So, if we're going to fight Kazan and not actually do anything, it would be great if we could actually have another war going. I mean, I would love to attack Castile at some point. I see Aragon did completely wipe Albania out, which I feel a bit guilty about. So is there anyone I can attack without the Commonwealth getting involved? Well, there's... Okay. 13 colonies. Pretty sure I will have tapped 13 colonies already. Yep, they're on 19, so leave it be. Uprising, I guess that's already dealt with. Catholic Zealots, Brittany is handling those. So, Burgundy is a possibility. It will bring Aragon in, and the Papal State, and Bohemia. Oh no, Bohemia's tiny now. So, still not a minor concern, to be fair. You occasionally find that there are members of the Holy Roman Empire who don't get on very well with the current emperor, who in this case is the Commonwealth, or there are also people like Milan, who don't have an alliance with them at all. That seems like a good opportunity. Okay. So we could invade Milan. Maybe we could even try to vassalize them. I don't know if that would be possible. They may have too much development. But we could take land from them. Let's start building a spy network, just in case. And we'll use imperialism to attack, but if we can make a claim on at least one province, it might be a little easier to core. I suppose we could even try to divide them up between us and Austria. I'm just thinking if we're going to be at war again, then we may as well have two wars going at the same time. That's interesting. That should really be part of our primary navy, I would think. So that's the other thing I definitely want to do, is build the navy up, because we have no manpower but plenty of sailors. So we may as well make some use of them. Norwegian King, I don't really need a casus belli, so let's just get everyone to like us more. Prestige still going down, of course. Right, let's move you here. Nope, here. That has the best supply limit. Just while they recover, we will restore this army. Assuming British Brazil is still having problems, which it is not. Okay, well in that case, we will bring the navy over here to reform and get into position for an invasion of Milan. And we have more claims on Portugal. Okay, well, I suppose while that belongs to Portugal, we could claim that. And try to go a little further in over here. Just having them ready, really. Claims on Friesland. We have plenty of these in any case. Plenty of options. Right. Not going to worry too much about Liberty Desire. That's more to do with our lack of army size, I think. How is our progress towards the Enlightenment doing? We need 3,000. Right, I think we'll keep an eye on these, and when they start getting near to the top, or closer to the top, we will take loans out if necessary and re-embrace it. In the meantime, let's get mercenary armies. If we can. Ah, brilliant. For the war in Milan, or the war with Kazan, if they happen to make their way over, you never know. And yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so navy. Right, I think we did have, let's see, what room do we have? We have a lot of room for expansion. I think we did have, it's probably the final unit, the 3-decker. Okay, I was going to get 10, but we can only afford 6. So at least that's a start. Might make more trade ships and might bolster the Pacific fleet. But at least those can be building, and we've used some of our sailors up, because we're pretty much a maximum, I think. Right, what else? They still only have one rival. Okay, not much point trying to make friends with them then. But we desperately need another alliance. We were at one point considering the Mamluks, weren't we? But they don't like us. Let's try and improve relations again. Oh, I think we already did. I think we're also considering Siam, which is an option. Not currently at war, so let's give that a try. This is just stop people bugging us to be allies, and it will be helpful down here as well. So while I'm thinking about it, where actually is our Pacific Fleet? There we are. So they can carry 8 troops, so that is not enough. So let's make a few transports to start with. A couple of 3-deckers. Right, so at least that's a little bit of progress. And we've used up some of the sailors. Okay. That army took a lot of damage moving over. Anyway, let's move them somewhere that has sufficient supply limit, if we have such a place. There. So that's fairly nearby. Combine those navies to give us a rather larger fleet, and I'm going to send them back over to pick up the next lunch, because I'm guessing these guys are now heading towards 50. So it does mean we're moving our armies out of the Americas, which is possibly not a good idea. But at least if we need them, we've got the ships in place, and I don't think we really need ships over here. So, how is our war exhaustion going? It's going. Okay. Lost claims on Castile. Our truce with Portugal's run out. Yes, I definitely don't think we're going to be moving our army over. So, revolutionary Kazan. Let's do this. Okay, so we basically lost a lot of our issues, so this is a reaction because we've made war on them. So a lot of issues we have with the revolution are gone. There we go. So we should find that our prestige is actually going up now, which is good. So I intend to do absolutely nothing with this one. Because basically we've achieved what we needed to achieve. Obviously we don't want the war to last forever, but I am hoping that at some point Austria may actually invade them. So in the meantime, we'll have to leave it a little bit before we invade Milan, I think, but assuming they still don't have particularly powerful allies. Which they do not. Oh, can we make a claim on them yet? We can't. How long is that going to take? Question whether it's worth waiting, but we will see. Okay, who else do we have claims on? Norway. So there aren't many places we can fabricate claims on anymore, so let's just grab those and we can stop building a spy network and start building one in Castile instead, because we've lost many of our claims on Castile. Who else? Right, we've got in theory room for another claim on Friesland. No safe way to attack them though, and I think we could make another claim on Portugal. Do we have any on California yet? I don't think we do. To spread them out as much as possible so that every colonial nation gets a little bit more powerful. Except maybe Newfoundland, because they're quite powerful enough. How's their Liberty Desire doing? Still 70%. Right, okay. Crushing the revolution will probably help with that. Let's see if we can get a claim on Milan. Okay, that's fine. We've got Commonwealth. Ooh, that's interesting. Area Salzburg and Geneva. Okay, not Milan, thankfully. I was wondering if that might make them a little less willing to join in with other wars. Okay, well that's in Newfoundland anyway. And it's one of the original nations, so I don't think I'm going to bother helping. Siege ability, not a bad thing. Right, I might stick to the plan and go for Milan anyway. So, we'll fabricate a claim on Navarra. Let's move these two in. I'm not going to use this army if I can avoid it. We're still going to use imperialism because don't have as much aggressive expansion and it doesn't cost as much for the provinces. And Geneva is no longer taking part, so that's good. Okay, they probably are going to need our assistance actually. Looking at the size of the army, it does say they have 60,000. So, yeah, let's move our own army over as well. That'll give us 70,000. That should be just about enough to take on both Milan and Mantua. Granted, we have Austria and France as well. But of course, Austria may well be fighting revolutionary Kazan over there. So yeah, let's leave them for now. I'm going to start spying on Kilwa. And I would like a lot of our trade ships to stop hiding. Because there is absolutely no need for them to hide. Might mean they all get... oh, heck. Oh, it's alright, we're coming to help. Might mean they all get splatted next time we have a war with Portugal, but... I also don't want to be losing a load of money when we don't need to. Oh, there's a French army over there. That's good. That suggests that they've been heading over towards Kazan. Okay, let's have this castle. And we will leave that going. Brilliant. Right, so might actually leave that army over there. Both of these armies. Is there anyone hiding in port? You're hiding in port? You really don't need to. So I might actually bring the navy back over. I don't think we're going to need them on the continent. head to Hampshire. Military access, no problem there, and let us build another trade fleet. We've got heavy frigates now, which I think is the final type of trade fleet. I would not say no to additional money. Right. Okay, let's see what we can do. So in a perfect world we've vassalised Milan, but at this stage in the game, and with the number of provinces they've got, they may just have too much development for us to ever do that. So we may be stuck just taking provinces from them. We shall see, I guess. Spare no expense. No longer as worried about money. Interesting. Slipping past us towards France. Okay. Alright, that's just getting annoying now. Interesting. Not really expecting to be defeated. Well, never mind. Ultimately, they will run out of manpower before we will. Kilwa has announced us as a rival. Well, join the club. Back down. Hopefully have a castle on our side this time. And we may still get defeated, but well, there's a massive army from France heading down as well. And more to the point, I suspect Milan will already be out of manpower. Right, let's head to the castle next door because our morale isn't going up as fast as I thought. Okay, they've got 5k of manpower left, but their army is smaller. So, yeah, not too worried. Nope, we're good. Morale is almost at full, and France is attacking. We'll just go and join in. And then let's try this again. Okay. It's always good news. Even better news that it's gone to Louisiana rather than Newfoundland. Is that it? Oh. Not quite. I think Australia didn't have the highest opinion of us, so let's improve relations with them, although it does seem to be higher again. Maybe that's because of the counter-revolution. Not to worry. It doesn't hurt to improve it again. This castle again. That's a bit unfortunate. Oh, well, at least we're stopping reinforcements slightly. because these guys are far too hesitant. And it looks like they're winning, so brilliant. Wasn't much of a contribution, but our sitting on that castle did actually help. So, great. Progress. Any news on Kazan? Yes. Austria is in there. So what basically happens is when we take the capital city, and I'm not sure which city that's going to be, can't see crowns on any of them, but we will basically restore their monarchy. What else we can do with Kazan, I do not know. They're a long way away and they're very large. Okay, nobility wants a university and they're still the least happy people, so I might go with them again. Barcelona. At least that's one place I don't have any trouble finding. That's fine. University in Barcelona. Great. So they're sneaking around us again. I might leave them this time. Didn't go too well chasing after them last time. Okay. Lost a claim. That's fine. Windsor. Okay. And we've lost the siege of Stavanger. Alright. Revolutionary Kazan. Okay. Well, that's ambitious. Spying on Münster again. Got lots of options for claims on... Oh, good grief. Right. Okay, so we've got quite a few claims on Rio de Prata now. Portuguese Peru. Make a second claim on them. And Portuguese Brazil. Nope, can't make any claims on them. Portuguese Colombia. No. So we're doing okay with our claims. Oh, Louisiana. Great. I thought we were spying on Castile. Apparently not. Oh, Portugal has taken them over. Right. Okay, fair enough. Well, I suppose that was inevitable. Okay, so these were our heavy ships. So we're going to add those to our main navy. And we're also going to get these trade ships and use them to make even more money. Castle is very impressive. So yeah, this is what I was hoping for. France is going to deal with these guys. Shame we lost the siege first. But I just figure we will keep this siege going no matter what now. Okay, protect trade. Can actually gain a fair bit from Bengal. Oh, on the Cape of Good Hope. Might do Cape of Good Hope. Just get a presence there. Okay, might want to go back and deal with that when this castle falls. Pretend the rebels. Still. No, that's probably the capital. Okay, well that will be a good start. But we'll focus on the war with Milan and see. Oh, brilliant. They're going to deal with it for us. And see how far we've got by then. Right, can we embrace this yet? Not just yet, but if we take a loan, we probably can. So let's do that. And then let's take the technology gains. So we now have the option for another diplomatic group. So we want diplomatic or administrative. They're both quite ahead. So let's see. Trade ideas would be great for money, but we're probably good for money in any case. But it would make it even more insane. Influence ideas I quite like. Like the loss of liberty desire would be very useful. Humanist ideas is always very handy as well when you're building an empire. Makes uprisings far less likely. I think all things considered I might go for influence ideas. Although we haven't really had that many issues with uprisings. So we will start on that. Right, that's dealt with. That's good. So you haven't had... good grief. Haven't had as much advantage from Austria and France while we've been fighting in the Americas. So it's kind of nice to be fighting in Europe again and have a reminder of just how insanely powerful having these two nations on our side is. We can probably... tell them to get lost, to be honest. I know our legitimacy isn't tremendously high, but it will be going up. And it's not like we haven't done a lot for the nobles of the realm recently. Okay, let's just pause this for a second. Spices production. Nice. British Mexico. Right, well, let's just check. Mexico 12%, so we can actually tax that. That's good. So this is what happens when we put down the revolutionary government. So I'm guessing what's happened is we've taken their capital, although I can't actually see any evidence of that. But yeah, so order has triumphed. We gain 6 stability, which we don't need at all, but we gain 200 prestige. So all the prestige we've lost has come back. Serbian separatists, I think that's going to be Austria's issue. Dreams of liberty crushed. I've lost the siege of Kazan. Right, so I think what happened was we took Kazan and then instantly lost it, but we took it just long enough to restore Kazan's monarchy. So we now have a great sultan there. But we are still at war with them. Austria actually seems to be having more problems than I had expected. Stop them. I dare say we will survive the expense. But we're also on our way to taking this castle down and being able to help. Okay. So that military advisor that I just lost legitimacy protecting has just died. Well, that's gratitude for you. Right, I'm going to do the +2 advisor because they give us discipline +5%, which will help in any fighting we do. So given we're at war, I think that's worth it. And it will also cost less. Okay, fleet is our wooden wall. Oh, good grief. Focus has been primarily naval oriented. Right, we need to stop the deterioration. So that's unfortunate. It's a little unfair to say we're mostly navy oriented. It's only because we're out of manpower. Really must send Milan a compliment on the quality of their castles. Very impressive. No thanks. Oh, Mantua. Okay, that might be slightly different. What are they offering? Money. Okay, I might accept that simply because I'd rather make inroads into Milan and maximise what we can get from them. So I think that means that Milan are now on their own, which is good. As soon as the war with Kazan is nowhere near over, whoa, we will probably be crushing them completely. Right, so Queen Anne has died, but our heir George III is almost as good. And the new heir isn't anywhere near as good, but can't be helped. We've had a couple of very good monarchs. So we've lost some stability, of course. We'll just see how we get on. It's very hard to keep at +3 stability. I'm surprised we've managed it for as long as we have. Okay, so we've got some Portuguese claims again, so let's use those on Castile, because I really would like to open the way to Portugal proper. Who else? Munster. Might leave it there. I don't think I need more than 2 claims on Munster, really. Build a spy network on Pomerania. Saxony, just so we've got the opportunities if we need them. Friesland, actually I'm not sure we even need Friesland as much now, but I suppose claims on Frisia and Alaska would not be a bad thing. But I might stop there. It's far less of a concern now. So, claim on Liege, possibly? Just keep going. People. Skill 3 Master Recruiter. Right, we should go for that advisor as soon as we're at peace again. Which may of course take a while. However, we have finally won the Siege of Milano. So let's retake some of these lands. May go and attack their army if they attack another castle, but until then, thinking I'm going to focus on just taking Milanese lands. Oh, there we go, France is dealing with it. Okay, so we've got an ambassador who's done something stupid. Aggressive expansion impact, or we can smooth over. Well, I don't care too much about aggressive expansion, but at the same time, 25 diplomatic power is not that much. So, I'm not going to worry. But yeah, I'd rather basically have 100% war score if we can. With that in mind, let's bring our navy over, because we may as well take their navy down. Even if we're lucky enough to be able to vassalize them, I don't particularly mind if we have to start from the ground up. It'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to take our main army, put them somewhere with sufficient supply limit, so they can recover. Ooh. For me, influence ideas, income from vassals, yes please. Definitely use some additional money, and these are our mercenary armies, so let's see if we can get them over to Kazan. We can. Great. So we're now just waiting for this castle to fall. Well, I probably ought to be helping, but I'm not in a huge hurry. Oh, actually, we've already got 100% war skill. Alright. Fair enough then. What can we get? Can we vassalize you? No, we cannot. It's more than 100% war score. So, suggest demands gives us this. Will that go to us or to... yeah, it goes to us. Okay. I don't think we can actually change that. I can get them to transfer trade power, but I might prefer to just take land. That'll do. So ideally, we want to have our army over here. That's probably ideal. Is it? Actually, no, let's go there. What I'm thinking is, this has sufficient supply limit, it doesn't have a castle, so we're defending it against uprisings. It's next to two other provinces that don't have castles. And these two have castles anyway, so we will have time to get there. So that should be brilliant. Okay, back to Kazan. Well, we are winning. And it's a little questionable how much we care about this war now. So possibly we should just make peace with them. Yeah. in which case we can ditch these mercenary armies. We can change our military advisor to that, I think, cheaper +3 one, but also I think gives us more manpower. And there we go, perfect. Okay, I'm not too worried about these when they're the original nations. I'd be more upset if they were Norwegian separatists or something. Right, so you in theory should start recovering at some point. Let's move you there just in case I don't notice. Okay, one of our spies has been caught. That's Kilwa. I don't think I've even made any claims on Kilwa yet. They would be brilliant people to attack if we can manage it. Which is a big if. Because they're technically guarding some of the remaining colonizable land. So if we could actually punch through here, so actually we should probably make claims here and go in from Mozambique, we could start using our colonists again. Okay, we've got dangerously high overextension. Yes, well, we were kind of asking for that, but at the same time we're also very powerful, so not too worried at this stage. We should, while I think about it, make a claim on Florida, because I don't believe we have any of those yet. Robert Walpole, okay. So throughout our nation gives us more stability. We don't need 50 prestige, so let's do that one. Brilliant. I think that pretty much puts us where we want to be. Let's check our subjects. Oh, it's Austria who doesn't have the highest opinion of us, not Australia. That was me getting confused. And who else? British Alaska seem the lowest. So we will send a diplomat over there. Okay, so that was a nice little break from the war for the Americas, fight for the Americas. So I think what I'm calling it, try to alleviate them. So where are we at now? We still have no manpower. We're down to 10 loans now. So looking much better. Right, brilliant. I think I will stop there. So it's a shame we couldn't vassalise Milan, but I wasn't particularly surprised. I think vassalising people is going to be extremely difficult this late in the game. It is 1740. Certainly people of any size. So taking the provinces we'll just have to do. At least they're kind of connected to our land. So that's made us a bit more powerful in Europe. Are they still at war? No, Commonwealth has stopped being at war, so that's fine, but we'll make some claims so we've got the opportunity. But our next attack may even be on somewhere in Portugal. But we still have to recover our manpower first and rebuild the 4th army. Maybe make our armies a little bigger. Oh, yes. What about this? To also increase the size of our Pacific Navy and army. But yeah, that was pretty good progress. So I suppose the next concern would be making war with Portugal which they may even set off, because they sometimes do, and possibly going straight for the south this time. Or at least going straight for Mexico and seeing whether our northern nations can cope more or less without us. But we'll see. But yeah, that was good. We put down the revolution, stopped hemorrhaging prestige and gained an awful lot. We have taken half of Milan and just rebuilt a bit while we were doing it. So that is fantastic. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.